What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everyone? Sorry that I'm late. I had to I had to take a shower and get some things done. Just got in. What's going on? What's going on, Jason? What's going on, Bishop? Hey, just got on, man. Had some errands to run today. Ran a little bit late, but before we get started, man, just the coaches talk where we discuss all things OU related, college football related, all things in between. Before we get started, please hit that like button, hit the red subscribe button, ring that bell so you'll catch all my content that I got going forward. I see there's some people in here, man. I apologize for being late, man. I don't like being tardy, but there again, I had some things I had to take care of. But it's that time again to read emails and letters from listeners and subscribers, man, and from parents and everything, man, that I've coached their kids. I see already Bishop Frank's in here, Jason's in here. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Jace, man, if you want to jump on, man, I'll send you an invite after I get through reading some of these emails, and man, we can try to do a little preview of what's to come this week. I'm kind of skeptical right now. I don't know what to expect. Hopefully, and everything is a great turnout. Hopefully, man, we do some things, man, that hopefully get this offense turned around, man, so we can start looking like the Oklahoma of old. So let's get started. Got about I say about nine letters and emails that I got off my website and everything. Jason said, "Yeah, all right. Let me send you a link right quick, and then you can accept it once I get through with some of these emails and everything and letters and everything, so you won't just be sitting there." What's going on, Miss Kimberly K? How are you doing today? Like I said, man, I hope you guys are doing blessed today, man. Like I said, I've had a wonderful day today here in Charlotte, man. It's been kind of whew, the weather, man, it's been kind of hectic in the morning time, 30 and 25 degrees, and then it jumps up to 70 and 80 degrees. That's that pneumonia kind of weather, man. So you guys stay warm, man, and pretty please dress warm. Uh, oh yes, we definitely need a lady in here. Here I go. Uh, yeah, other than my wife and everything, Kimberly K, you can jump on in this podcast whenever you want to. You're always welcome. But let me get to this email real fast because I know Jason wants to jump in, man, and I might soon send Sooner Legend an invite here in a few minutes as well to try to get a few previews of this game this coming week. So let me jump in this real quick. This is from Amanda Smith from Columbia, South Carolina. Hey, Coach, I love the podcast. We try to watch every episode with you and Mike, or Jason. We hope that everyone else enjoys your show. My question to you is what happens if you have a son that loves football, but he doesn't concentrate and focus on school or studying? We try to get tutors and we try to take away football, but his father and I are divorced and his father isn't encouraging when it comes to the books. What should I do? Thanks and good luck with the podcast. That's touchy, man, because I don't try to help raise kids, but at the same point in time, if dad is not on board with the books, that could be a problem because sometimes, man, see Jason, he said, I'm gonna run and get some food for me and mom's. I'll hop in. All right. Sometimes, man, you got to be very careful with that because in a divorce, man, some parents like to play the good parent, bad parent. And I'm not saying that's what dad is doing, but dad still has to be with you on the same page when it comes to raising, little man. He has to get on that page about the education, the books, because if you don't make the grades, you can't play sports. So I would say, sit down, talk to him, let him know that if the grades don't get up, doesn't matter what your dad want and everything, you're not going to play sports. So that's touchy, man, because I'm all about education. My girls will tell you I'm a stickler for that. There is no nothing going on in this house if schoolwork's not done. I don't care what it is. So I would just sit down with the dad and tell him that, hey, we still got to get on the same page and everything when it comes to raising young man and get him good in the books. Then that'll also make him good on the field as well. So hopefully that helps you out, Amanda. But thank you for the email or thank you for the letter. The next one is from Joyce Taylor. China Grove, North Carolina. Hey, coach, we went to one of your seminars and thought you were really cool and genuine. Davis doesn't really take to coaches because some of them tend to push kids too hard. My question is, why do some parents push their kids to do sports when that child has no passion for that sport? And as a parent who has a child that gives it 100%, it seems that some coaches don't want to address the issue. What would you recommend that coach do? Thank you for your time. Oh man. Well, there's another thing. Some schools have to play both sides because there's a status quo to where you can't tell a kid that he or she cannot play the sport. I don't know if that young man or that young, I believe, did she specify? No, she just said they're kids. You don't know if that child wants to really play or or if the parent is forcing that child to play. Um, if I have a child that is coming out for a seminar or for a clinic and he or she shows no interest, I will pull the parent aside and tell them, instead of wasting your money, try to do something else with your child and everything. Because if that child does not want to play that sport, you're pretty much just wasting your money and your time, and pretty much taking wasting my time as well. Because most parents try and push sports on their kids, and I wouldn't do that. I would not push. I would not push that on the child and everything for them to go and play a sport if they don't want to play it. So I'm hoping that answers your question and everything. But I would just that's hard, man. That's real hard because are they giving you an indication that they don't want to play? Are they just saying, "Hey, I'd rather not play and do this, do that." I mean, I really don't know. So uh, I guess just get with the coach and everything and see, or get with the parent and try to find out if that child really, really wants to play. That's the best way I can answer that question without getting too technical. But if that doesn't answer your question, revisit me in a few more days and let's talk some more about that. If you want to email me again, just let me know, and I'll definitely try to help you, or even talk to that coach to try and see where his or her head is at to try to help you out on that. All right. The next one is from Melvin Tyler from Huntsville, North Carolina. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm really kind of something on my mouth. I don't know if it's something that's just been hurting my gums and everything. So bear with me tonight. I'm gonna try to make it through all this and give you guys a good podcast. So just bear with me. Melvin Tyler, Huntsville, North Carolina. Hey, Coach Tyler here. We attended your shooting seminar for U16 and fell in love with the drills that you and your crew presented. My question to you is, we are thinking about hosting a citywide basketball exhibition and was wondering if you and your team would be free to attend and give our family and friends the Coach Rick's treatment. LOL. No, but all seriousness, we would love to set something up with you. Let me know with an email. Thanks, Coach. Oh, okay. Um, what's going on, Mars Jam? Hey, that's what's up, my Melvin. Just email me, man, and let me know. Like I said, I'm pretty much booked for this year. I think November 2nd, 9th, and 16th is the next seminar that we're doing for the YMCA's. I think we're going to try to do about 60 to 100 kids. So if y'all guys can jump in that, jump in that. And if not, you guys can come out and see what we do and make sure that it's something that you guys would like to, join in on. What's up, Mars? What's going on, bud? All right, the next one. Oh, thank you for that letter, Melvin. I appreciate that. Next one is from James Tatum, Indian Trail, North Carolina. Oh, my old stomping ground. Hey, Coach, it's James, your old neighbor in Holly Park. We ran across your podcast and just wanted to say congratulations, man. You are killing. You are killing it, man. We have watched almost every episode, and man, that's what's up. Do you do your thing, man? Always strive to be the best. You are truly a great person. Great job with the podcast, and good luck going forward. Thanks, James. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Any kind of compliment, man, I can get, any type of love I get, man, I would definitely take it. This is, like I said, this is very therapeutic for me. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a long, long time, and I'm just trying to put some good stuff out there, man. But it's nice to know that I affect people from time to time. Excuse me, and that I touch people when I teach their kids and things like that. So, thank you for the email, man. I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. The next one we got is from Cassandra Miller, Mint Hill, North Carolina. Hey, coach, we wanted to thank you for the kind words you said to my son, Jackson. He just loves you to death. You have no idea how much we've tried to get through to him about hard work. He is doing so much better since you and your team talked to him. Please keep doing what you are doing because these kids are definitely listening to you. May God bless you for being a kind spirit. You really have a way with kids and the parents see it. Have a great day. Also, great job on your podcast. We will have to check it out. Thanks again, Cassandra. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. Like I said, all this love, man, that I'm getting, man, from the surrounding neighborhood. I mean, we do a lot of stuff for the YMCA's, man, and that YMCA reaches Indian Trail, Charlotte, Mint Hill, uh, Monroe, Steel Creek, God, Ballantyne, South Park. I mean, it reaches so many people in this community and everything, man. So it's good to know that what I'm doing at the YMCA, man, is really making an effect on some people. Uh, Kimberly K said it would help that mom if her son is in a football program that requires a particular GPA. That way, she has support automatically on the academic end. Not sure if her son coach has rules about it. Some of the coaches down here, Kimberly K, they are on stipend. They're on stipend, so they really don't have. Uh, I don't want to say interest, but they really don't know. The schools hire coaches from outside and pay them a stipend to come in and coach these kids and everything. So some of the coaches that come in don't really have the philosophy or don't really have the know-how when it comes to academic, who to reach out to. Mainly the AD is supposed to help that person guide the kids in the right direction and everything, because just having an outsider come in and teach your kids sports, he or she has to still have some type of a knowledge of the academic, culture that these kids need in order for them to still make the grades. So, but yes, they definitely need to get a part of something that can help them academically. But most schools down here in Charlotte, they do have a tutoring session. Each school, each from middle school on to high school, they have a tutoring system to where if a child needs tutoring, the school's provided for them. So our mom and dad ain't got to come out of pocket. But then some mom and dads want, one-on-one at their house, so they pay for that. But if it's something that's in the school, they have study hall and tutors go in there and help the kids study, help the kids with certain criteria and everything that they have. So hopefully that will help you out on that, Cassandra. Uh, hold on, I don't want to get lost. Was it Cassandra that said that, or was it? I'm sorry, that was. I think it was another one. I'm so sorry, I lost track of that one. So we'll keep it moving. What's up, Stink Ass? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the podcast, man. Welcome, Stephen G. Welcome, bad. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's get this done so we can send Jason an invite and talk about OU this coming weekend against South Carolina. Next one we got is Jason Tillman from Kings Mountain, North Carolina. Hey, Coach. I hope this letter finds you in great spirit. We attended your clinic a few months ago, and I remember you gave the parents your email address, which I thought was pretty cool. My son is wanting to attend another of your sessions. That's pretty awesome since he didn't like basketball before your session. Hold on, let me get that right. Hold on, I messed that up. Let me start over. Hey, Coach, I hope this letter finds you in great spirit. We attended your clinic a few months ago, and I remember you gave the parents your email address, which I thought was pretty cool. My son is wanting to attend another of your sessions. That's pretty awesome since he didn't like basketball before. But since your clinic, oh, okay, since your clinic, he and I haven't stopped talking about basketball. When is your next clinic session? Thanks again, Jason. Uh, I'm gonna say this: if your son didn't have interest in any kind of basketball before, and now he's talking about basketball, and you guys are gelling real well, that gives me a sign that maybe it's not basketball that he's wanting. Maybe it's time with you, because if he never had, I mean, if he didn't like basketball before, maybe you introduced him to basketball, and some kids pick up on that hey, that's what dad loves, so I love it. And if you do more, if you want to spend more time with him because of basketball, because you love it, yes, he's going to love it. But if he doesn't show any interest in basketball, I think that you should sit him down and ask them, hey, is basketball something that you really want to do, or is it spend time with me? And if it's spend time with you, save yourself a lot of money, and just spend time with your son, because I've seen a lot of kids reach out to their parents in a way to where the parents love sports, but the kids don't. But the kids feel like if they do sports, mom and dad will, I guess, love them more or be more interested in what they're doing. So I would say just set him down and just ask him, is basketball something that he really wants to do, or is he doing it just for me? And if he's doing it for you, you got your answer. Just spend time with him, man, and do things, man, that you both might like to do. That would be my answer to that question. But thank you for the question, man. I really appreciate it. Moving along, we got Brian Maxwell, Rock Hill, South Carolina. Hey, coach, how's everything going? We wanted to say thank you for attending Jesse's ball game last week. It really made a difference to him to see you there. He played so much better with you and Kevin there. That's all he kept saying. Coach Rick says follow through with straight rotation. Yep, I always tell him that. You really need to build you a gym and do that full time. You had 4 kids from Jesse's team at that previous session. They've all played much better. We all kept asking, what does he do that makes our boys play harder? We all just appreciate all the things that you have done. Please keep doing those clinics, and we just love the podcast. Well, I do. Thanks, Coach Brian. Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Hey, let me know his schedule, man. Like I said, I'm kind of busy at the Y, but I would love, man, to come check out one of his ball games. I know that Rock Hill is in South Carolina, and they're probably playing all the Banks Trail schools and all the Catawba Ridge, and I think they're playing Nations for it. Let me know. I would love to come check one of those games out and everything before the season is up. All right. I think I got two more, and then we're gonna move on to the OU in South Carolina. All right. This one is from Moose. That Moose Tate? Moose? Gotta be a nickname. Moose Tate, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Hey coach, how's the family? We hope the podcast is going well. We just wanted to say thank you for donating your time last week. I didn't know that you did so much for the inner city YMCA's. We had a lot of parents reach out to us about getting your team to travel here to provide for those affected by the hurricane. Oh man, you need to really market that. You and your team were a hit. I believe you and your team came here to give free lessons for those young kids, and to do that for those parents, man, was awesome. You and your team need to be recognized for that. For you guys to come here and give those families something to smile about is awesome. This community will never forget that. May God bless you, Mr. Tate. Well, thank you, Mr. Tate. I didn't go. Some people that I work with through Y, uh, a buddy of mine reached out to me and had a good idea about maybe me and some guys, people that I knew from the YMCA, would want to go to Tennessee to try and not just give money, not just give a time, but just do something, man, that would be different for the families that were affected by the hurricane. And me being a coach, the only thing I know how to do is coach. We are very caring. The people that I work with through Y, man, they are very caring people. And I work with a lot of Ys. I have one base Y, which is the brace, but I still know buddies and friends of mine at different Ys, and we get together and we try to go out to the community and do things. I try to, but then there are days I can't. So the guys that I know, they go and do that, and they represent me because I'm pretty much over all the refs and all the people. So I try to just give what I can and do what I can. But I'll let those guys know, Mr. Tate. I'll let those guys know, man, that what they did, excuse me, what they did helped you guys out so much. Even if it's just 3 or 4 hours, man, of taking your mind off certain things and letting the parents have some free time with their kids, smiling and doing some things, man, that's what's up. I'll let those guys know, man. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Last one. Uh, Calvin Riley, Charlotte, North Carolina. Hey, coach, what's up, dude? We have been trying to reach you for weeks. We have decided that we would like to invite you and your crew to the banquet for the Inner City Kids Awareness Society. We feel that you and your staff have done such great things for the inner city programs that it wouldn't be fair if your team wasn't there. Just reaching out, just reach out to Miss Joyce Tillman, and she will send you your invitation for the ceremony. I hope that your subscribers and listeners know how important you are to the city of Charlotte and to the inner city society program. Thanks again, Coach, for all your dedication and your hard work that you seem to be that you seem to do so effortlessly. We will see you at the ceremony, Mr. Rowling. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Man, you guys don't understand, man, that sometime, man, getting questions and answers from your peers, man, it means a lot to you. Um, being a preacher's kid, well, I'm a minister's kid, but still PK. Being a preacher's kid, man, you try to do a lot for people, not asking for anything in return. Just try to be a good person, man. My dad always told me, make sure your name means something. So it's not for the glamour and glitz. I just try to do things, man, because I want my name to mean something. So when people say Coach Ricks, they know that okay, he will give effortlessly. Golly, I can't say that word to save my life. He gives himself so effortlessly, and I just try to do the best I can. I have no doubt that you are making a difference in a lot of kids' lives. Coach Ricks. I try to stink ass cat, man. I really do. And I don't ask for anything in return. I just love seeing the smiles on kids' face, man, because I was that kid one time, man, and I used to love going to the Boys and Girls Club, man. And that's when I first learned that there are people out there that don't mind helping you and don't mind sharing knowledge with you if you're willing to learn, if you're willing to accept it. So, Stink Mars, Kimberly, Stephen J, Coach Reeves, good evening. What's going on, Garrett? What's going on, Big Dog? And we got Mars Jams in here. We got Stink Ass Cat in here. Got Kimberly K, Stephen G. Who else we got up in here? Who else we got up in here? Bishop Franks. Jason Hill be here in a few minutes. So yeah, uh, that's all of the emails and letters I got, man. I appreciate that, man. And I'm gonna put my I'm gonna put my email up before we get off today, man. Like I said, I created me a new email just for the podcast because I wanted people. I came in on so okay, okay. Um, I wanted to I'm gonna put my email up there, man, because even if the members and the subscribers and listeners, man, if y'all have questions for me, man, if y'all want to shoot me an email and say, hey, coach, I have a question. If you don't want to post it in the comments, you want to send it to me privately, I would definitely answer it. Just trying to do the best I can, man, going forward during this time right now in the world. There's a lot of negativity and not a lot of stuff going on, man. That some people like, that some don't like. I just want to try to affect change whenever I can. Stepping away from coaching really helped me to where now the YMCA and doing this podcast is my main focal point. So, all righty, let's get down to business. My Oklahoma Sooners will be taking on the South Carolina. Let's know. Let me see. What do I think about this game? Well, I'm still trying to figure out what is the injury report going to be like before we take on the Gamecocks. I think this is a dangerous team that no one's talking about. I think that they gave Alabama all they could handle. They gave Georgia all they could handle. before Georgia pulled away. I just don't know. I don't know if we're going to address some of the issues that have been hurting us over the last few games, but we'll see. I think that Deion Burks is still going to be out. I still think that we have enough talent where if we do it correctly, if we do the blocking correctly, we don't have that many penalties. If we don't shoot ourselves in the foot by having great plays, but then committing terrible, senseless penalties, we will be all right. I think if we have to contain sellers in the pocket, I think we have to do that first of all because you cannot allow a young quarterback that has seen Georgia, that has seen the Alabamas, and that has played great defense, and he still excel. So you will have to contain him in the pocket, and let's not get out of place. Contain him and do what we know how to do best. This defense has struggled a little bit because the offense has not helped them uh, manage a few plays, manage a few drives to where the defense can really get a break. They've been on the field too long. So I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to try to make sure that at least hold on, my phone's going off. I'm gonna try to get Sooner Legend in here as well to see if he wants to jump on. So bear with me right quick, guys. Mm, yeah, Mars. I wanted to say that, man, but when you talk about focus, that can be so many things. Focus could be, are you focusing on the game? Are you focused on the defense? Are you focusing on the play calling that's coming in? You want to call a basic game to keep everything simple. The simpler you make plays for a quarterback, the more effective he is because he doesn't have to think about too much. Don't give him plays where he has to look at 3 or 4 progressions. Give him a play because most teams have plays that you look for one particular person. We haven't used Bauer Sharp the way we're supposed to. He's been a threat so far, but we haven't used him the way we are supposed to. So if I was calling plays, I would come in with a lot of play action to where for the last few weeks, most teams are not going to feel threatened by our receivers because they know that most of our receivers are out. So they're going to play half third. And what I mean by half third is they're not going to play deep third. They're going to play half third to where they're going to keep not everybody in the box, but it's going to look like everybody's in the box. So that means that things that you have to call have to be runs to the outside of the tackles, play action to come to the backside bootleg, or play action to come back to the backside to where send everybody deep on this side, and the quarterback can roam and have plenty of room to look and see if there's crossing routes, or he can run for 5 or 6, 7 yards. We have to be disciplined to take the 4 or 5 yards every single time. Let's not try to make the big plays to satisfy the fans. Hey, we got to come out here and let the fans know that no, take the 5 because if you do 5 yards down the field, all you need is what 10, 10 plays, 11 plays, it's 55 yards. You're already in the red zone. So just take what they give you. Don't worry about trying to appease, please. Don't try to please the fans by trying to make big plays so you can say "Whew, the fans are not on us now." No, I'm gonna be on your ass regardless because I don't want to see one good drive. I want to see continuous good drives to where we can start making this about not about the offense but about the team. The defense has been trying to do their best to accommodate and take up for the offense. The offense has been playing very lazy. Offense is not being aggressive. Garrett, I'm late seeing you. Uh, the offense just needs to do something basic. Don't try to come out here and do a lot of these crazy plays. Just keep it basic with the 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, run off the tackle. The first 4 plays need to be runs off tackle. That will make everything shift to the outside to where now the A and B gap is open. So where now If you want to run in the A and B gap, you have double teams on the guards in the center or double teams on the guards and the tackles to where we can hit the A and B gaps. So those are I'm trying to give you guys I'm trying to dissect how it needs to go. If we can get that, we will definitely be in the right spot. So let me try to get Stinkers in here. Yes, we definitely need consistency and everything. But Kimberly K, that comes with great play calling. You're gonna have to, they're gonna have to really do great play calling. You can't sit there and just say, "Hey, we gotta do this, do that." No, basic play calling is all you have to do. That is it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to find. Jason sent me something, and I'm trying to find the email to Sooner Legend so I can get him in here if he's not on his own show. So just bear with me right quick. I'm sorry. Just bear with me. Mm, Okay. Okay. I don't need that. Sorry, 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 sorry. Okay, let me see where he sent me that email. Okay, let's see if this is it. Nope, that ain't it. Hey, babe. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to find this and then I'm gonna jump right back in. I want to try to get Sooner Ledger in here. Uh, well, I'll get it from Jason when he comes in. Um, all right. Let's jump back on the podcast. I'm sorry. All right. Um, Morris Jam said the thing that get me the most. I see receivers running their routes and just stop running back to the court. Run back to the quarterback or go find. Well, here's the thing. If we do that, Morris Jam, the basic concept when you are a quarterback and let's just say the line can't block, and I always tell the line if you have problems blocking, make sure they come inside because I'm teaching the quarterbacks to go outside. So that's the rule book 101 that the line and the quarterback have to have. The quarterback should always tell him, hey, if he blitz, make sure his butt comes in the middle so I can roll outside. If you make him go outside, now I have to step up in the pocket where there's more congested space. So you want everybody to blitz inside. I love when they blitz the A and B gap. Blitzing the A and B gap from the linebackers or from the free safety, I'll just do a bubble screen out to the right or left, and that'll kill your ass from doing that blitzing the A and B gap. Some coaches don't like blitzing the A and B gap. I welcome it because when you blitz in the A and B gap, you lose containment. Because now, if I see that one or two times, I know how to counter that. So, but this is the thing, and I had somebody had somebody call me last week and say, "Hey, coach, you need to go and be uh, 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 a volunteer OC for Oklahoma for one game." Nah, because I pull my damn hair out, which I ain't got none, because I don't like stupidity. I don't like calling plays that don't make no sense. If we can't block, why are we running routes 15, 20 yards down the field if we can't block? We got to run 5-yard curls cross. We can run a trips left, have the outside wide go deep, have the inside do a post, and have the slot do a zig in and out. To where now you have deep third, deep middle, and then you have the flat. Who gonna guard that if they're blitzing the A and B gap? So that's what I'm saying. Personnel has to be right when we do this. I think OU is going to come with some wrinkles this week. I think they're going to try to do some plays to get back to the basic. Let's get back to the basic. Two tight ends, run off the tackles, or if anything, Run some counters. We have not run counters all week, and not the counter that we ran last week against Texas. That shit was terrible. Why would the quarterback run way one way and then hand the ball back, and the running back goes back that way? That makes no sense to me. That made no sense. The way that route or that run was blocked. You had the center chipping down on the defensive tackle, so his guy is coming straight up. So if we're going to run back that way, you want your center to be blocking head up. You don't want him blocking down or blocking forward. That makes no sense. Uh, yeah, yeah, idiotic counter. Dude, I ain't never seen that, and I just don't understand. There's nobody there at the facility at Oklahoma that knows basic play calling. We don't need to do crazy stuff, guys. We have the skill players. I've always tell my quarterbacks, put the ball in the skill player's hand. If need be, have Sawchuck and Barnes out the same damn time. Have Sawchuck be a damn slot. If he get loose, it's a wrap. So we're not doing things that make sense. Welcome to our world. You are the one who is supposed to make it make sense to us. I'm trying to make it make sense, man. This calling plays is the easiest thing, and some people think it's stressful and that it's bad. I tell people all the time, if they're in a 3-3-5, what would you do? I mean, let's have a little seminar here. Let me ask two questions, and I got some intelligent fans in here and some intelligent Sooner fans in here. If if the defense running a 3-3-5, all right, what would you run? What would you run? What's going on, big dog?
What's up, Coach Ricks?
Man, I'm trying to give a little coaching lesson here, man. I'm trying to
I
ask
heard, I
everybody,
heard. I was like, man, get me in on this one. I can't wait.
if you are in a 3-3-5, okay, if you're the OC for OU and the defense is in a 3-3-5, what would you run?
Say that. Ask me the first part of that again. I'm sorry.
If the defense that's playing against you is in a 3-3-5,
Okay.
what would you run?
Well, you ought to be running against it. Really.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. That's hey Jason, you smart. Why does OU make it so complicated?
It ain't that
I mean,
damn hard.
we're not getting paid the millions.
You can run out of the spread too, and the all that. I mean, hell, that's what Lincoln made his name on, was running downhill in the air raid, man.
Yes, yes. Now, next question, because Jason, you got an A on that one. The next one. Now, if you're in a 4-2-5, if they're in a 4-2-5, what do you run?
You better count the box first and find out what they're looking like. If they're,
Thank you.
if you got 7 or 8 guys in the box, you better be throwing it probably.
All right. So if the 4-2-5,
Kind of depends on what you've been doing throughout the game, right?
yeah. So
Where you're setting them up.
let me give you a scenario. 4-2-5.
Okay.
4-2-5, two linebackers, they're gonna blitz the A and B gap.
Okay.
Okay. They're gonna blitz the A and B gap.
All right.
Safety is cheating down. He's outside containment.
Yeah,
Tackle
that's easy. You got
defense.
to get that ball out right now to the flat, probably either to a running back or a hot
Thank you.
route to the tight
No,
end, something like that.
no. Whenever I see a 4-2-5,
Oh, and at the blitz. I mean, whatever.
Jason, all year we have not thrown the ball where the defensive back has blitzed from.
Yeah.
Not all year.
I know.
We've never done it.
It's the easiest thing, and it's the easiest thing in passing game too. Quick game.
See,
That's
everybody.
the way. I mean, it's a read. Whenever you're, I know as a receiver, whenever I was playing, in high school, that was the first thing that you looked at. I mean, we were reading our routes most of the time, and you got basically 10, 11 plays that we ran out of multiple sets. But it's basically a base offense. So everything you do, it's all on counts, and you count the people in the box. You see what you obviously you get tipped off to whether they're in zone or man. And if you see a blitzer coming, somebody needs to go fill the spot, right, that he just came from.
Yeah. Mars. That
What's that?
shit out there look like sandbox football.
Yeah.
I try to make it make sense, man. And I was talking to a friend of mine who's my brother-in-law, and he
Mhm.
was like, man, you guys are making things too complicated.
Yeah.
If you if you can't blitz, if you can't block the defensive line for more than 4 seconds, why are you guys running 10, 15-yard
I can send that to Sooner
receivers
Legend
down
real
the
quick.
okay.
I could
If
send
you
that to you.
guys can't block, all right, thank you, thank you. I had it, but I lost it.
No,
Being
it's all good.
stupid like I
I
always do.
meant to tell you that I should have done that the other night too. I don't know why I didn't.
Yeah. It's he was like, if you guys can't block the A and B gap when they're blitzing, why are you guys running your receivers 10 and 15 yards down the field? And I only had one answer to tell them. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know why we don't nickel and there's nothing wrong with 4 and 5 yards per play down the field. That is a slow, methodical death for a defense to give up 4 yards all the way down the field to where you can't do nothing. So let me see
Death of
who
a
was
thousand
that.
razor cuts. That's what you're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, I
Irritating.
think if you Michael Hawson loose and Sam Buffalo. Yeah, they're gonna have to turn him loose, man. I
They
think
just
a
gotta
lot of
let him
this
go, man. They just gotta let his ass go. Period.
you can't. I mean, you can't hold him back. That old saying, you can't hold him back, hoping something bad doesn't happen,
Oh.
and then nothing good does. So
Man, the thing is that at this point, who even cares if they turned it over or something?
maybe that might set a fire up on his ass. I mean,
Come
he's
on, man.
trying not
You
to
know
turn
what I
the ball
mean? It's
over,
like,
but
come on, what are we talking about? I mean, let him go. You gotta let him go.
yeah. What's going on, big dog?
What's going on, Coach Ricks and Jason, my brother from another mother?
What's up there, legend?
What's
Hey,
going on?
have y'all heard that a certain coach had tried to headbutt his cow on his farm?
I did. I've heard this story. Bessie was sick of their offense too, I guess.
Damn. Y'all crazy, man.
Do you hear this story, Coach Riggs?
Oh,
Gundy's press availability the other day, he went in and he went in only in audio only because he said he got headbutted by a cow and had a bloody eyeball and all this shit. Concussion. He was talking like he had a concussion too. Oh, man.
You know what? I guess the cow wanted an NIL deal. I guess the cow wanted that GRC code,
Right?
mhm.
the QIC code.
Yeah, he wanted that QRC code on his head.
Oh my God, are y'all for real?
Yeah, we're being real, Coach. Cody Light had it on his podcast.
Hey, let me pull that. I wanna
Pull that up.
that video. I want his intro. You gotta watch it. We'll share it on there. I was crying, laughing from it, crying.
Y'all
And
making
coughing
me-
up a lung. And he had me laughing so hard from his intro. Wait till you hear this. Hold on just a second.
Oh
And
my
Cody
God,
Light's cadence of his voice makes it even funnier.
that is funny as hell, man.
It's some funny ass shit. Hold on real
Oh
quick.
my
Let me
God.
find that thing. I put it in the wow. You know what though? I want to find it on that because I missed the very first part of that on there.
I thought y'all were just trying to make me laugh, man. But that's
No,
funny.
this is true stuff,
I ain't
Coach.
lying. I'm lying. I'm dying. It was hilarious. I
That
cried
is
laughing, man.
funny as hell, man. Y'all look crazy, man.
Okie Light, man. This the whole thing, Coach. Think about this. They were supposed to just run the Big 12 now, just
Man,
run it. It was no problems. They start off the freaking conference season 0-3.
here's the thing, man. They don't have an identity. we don't
No.
even know. We don't know if they want to throw the ball, they want to run the ball.
Well,
You, but we knew there was going to be some teams. I had Utah, and even they're struggling.
mhm.
Who would have thunk that BYU, Iowa State? Well, I kind of had an idea Iowa State might be decent because their defense has always been, pretty
Mhm.
close up there.
Yeah.
But that quarterback they got, man, he's for real.
Yeah.
He's for real.
Dude, Iowa State's good. I told you guys before the season, man, that was my dark horse team to win it, man. And I still really like K-State. That's gonna be a fun game at the end of the year with them.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, Stat man, I was hoping you'd be able to pop in with me tomorrow, but yeah, you still don't have that internet. You guys are down on a lot, huh?
Yeah,
That's crazy, man.
a buddy of mine.
Damn.
He said they're
Damn.
down. They've been down for 3 weeks in
Mhm.
Georgia,
That
certain
sucks,
parts
dude.
of Georgia and Tennessee. They're
Here,
still
y'all
down.
want me? I'm gonna share this with you. You tell me whenever you get it on the screen, and
Oh man, I'm
I'll
ready to
turn
see
it
this shit, man. I'm ready to see this.
on. I knew you would be.
I'm I'm gonna laugh.
And
All
coach,
right.
pay close attention to the cadence of Cody Light's voice.
It's too much. It's too much, dude. He just I gave him a hard time about it. Here we go.
We can't hear it, Jason.
You couldn't hear it?
Uh-uh.
Mm-mm.
Damn. All right, hold on. Give me a minute.
All right.
Tell you what, I'll stop sharing for now, and I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have
That
to.
shit. Man, y'all are making me laugh my ass off here,
It's,
man. Mike
it's too much
Gundy.
funny, man. It's too much funny. I can't. We got to do this right though.
Dummy Gundy.
Oh, mediocre Mike ain't even pulling off mediocrity anymore. There, coach.
No, he can't even mediocre anymore.
Mm-mm. Can't do it.
Well, Jason, I'm gonna start a new trend. Whenever I hear something funny, I'm gonna drink.
Well, there you go. That's good stuff. I like
Now,
it.
coach, I ain't gonna lie to you. My high school is Go.
Go ahead, guys.
No, I'm listening.
uh
Okay.
my high school was probably smaller than Spyro.
Mhm.
We played 8-man football, so when you get into coaches talk,
Mhm.
I'll just hang back in the wings and listen because I'm trying to learn this technical talk.
No, man, you right there with us, man. Like I said, it's the basic stuff that I've been sitting here trying to figure out how the game might play out,
Mhm.
what we might call, what we might do. And I'm being honest, man. This is the first game I really don't know what we're gonna do.
Me either.
What's up, Eric Evans? I don't know what we're gonna do, man, to be honest. I'm
And
I'm
you're
I'm
right.
I'm hoping.
Go ahead, coach. I'm sorry.
No,
Didn't
no,
mean
no.
to cut.
I'm hoping for, since they had that players only meeting,
Mhm.
that something's gonna click. Sometimes, man, you really have to get tested and say, you know what, we're better than what we're playing. We're better than what we're putting out there. We need to go out there and do our damn job. And sometimes, man, having your peers call you out for not doing what you're supposed to do puts a fire on your ass a little bit.
Mhm.
So let's see. Let's see. Jason still don't have internet using hotspot just to jump in with y'all for a second. Damn. Sorry about that,
Prayers
stat
out
guy,
to
man.
y'all, stat guy. Prayers
Yeah.
out to y'all, brother.
Yeah. Hey, man. Our team was down there last week. We went down there. Well, I set it up, but I couldn't go. Some teams of mine, we went down there and we gave free clinics and free sessions
Oh,
to
cool.
some of the hurricane victims, man, just to have the parents have a few hours of freedom and see
Mhm.
their kids smile and just do some things,
Yeah.
man. Wasn't much, but it was something, man, that we've already gave money through the job. We already gave water. We already gave things. So I was saying, what else can we give? What else can we do to try to help affect change, man, because no one knows that. When I heard that, man, that hurt my heart, man, because
Yeah.
I travel down I-40 almost every year going home.
Mm-hmm.
So now if I want to go home, I have to go through 81, go all the way around Tennessee, or go through
Uh-huh.
Atlanta, or go through
Yeah.
Atlanta. So
God
it's
bless you going
heartbreaking.
to Atlanta.
It's heartbreaking, man, to see people, man, that I know and that my team knows and their family members, man, they don't have just basic essentials, man. That hurts my heart, man.
Yeah.
And
Well, I'm
go ahead.
gonna add to what you and Jason were talking about when I first came on. I heard you say that no anytime this year we haven't thrown the ball where the blitzer was.
Yeah.
That that bum fuzzles me. I mean, because that would get you a big time. That would be a chunk play right there.
Yeah.
Are you saying that that Seth drinks his own bathwater?
He drinks his own bath water, and he was weaned on a sour pickle.
We're here
And
all legend.
and don't get me wrong, guys. I loved his daddy when his daddy played for OU. I watched his daddy back in the 70s. Jim was well. Seth was a hell of a fullback.
Yeah.
I mean, God bless you, Seth. But you, dude, this turd sandwich you're showing us.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what can I say, man? I want to say I think that we're going to turn it around.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to address some of the issues, but I've said that the previous weeks, and I really don't know. I'm being honest. I really don't know what team's gonna show up.
Yeah.
So
Unc, you do not get to come in here and say that shit. I get to come in here and say that stuff. He's talking about he never thought he'd say he misses Dylan underthrowing people. I'll be damned. Because he was the one all last year. He was that guy that was like, to get his ass out of here. You don't get
yeah.
to say that stuff.
Unc was tearing it up in the chat last year, wasn't he, Jason?
Yes, he was. He made me laugh every time too,
Hello.
man. I love it.
Got
It's
super
hilarious,
chat.
man.
Super chat. Canelo, good Thursday evening, Jason. Hey, everybody.
Neilio, thank you, my man. Hey, if you're not already a subscriber to Coach Rick's,
Yes.
make sure you jump over to his channel and become a subscriber. He is 9 away from 100. We got to get into his first hundo, man.
Yeah, let's get him to his first hundo, guys.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I went to bed, I think it was a few nights ago. I had 71. Then I woke up, I had 91. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, man, I love it, man. Like I
got in
said,
trouble over the whole Dylan Gabriel thing last year, man. Because I was always I was like, nah, I think he needs to stay one more year. Nobody wanted to hear it.
here's the thing. Even if Dylan was here, the play calling is still the same.
Yeah.
So it's I mean, I don't think to me it's the play calling. To me, it's the play calling. I take it like this as an OC. It's my job to call the right play and put the guys in the right spot at the right time.
Stat.
Where's it at?
Stat out of here?
Yeah. He said, y'all be good tonight. Going to try to catch y'all in the morning.
Yeah,
Stat
he's on this hot spot. Yeah, he's on this hot spot.
Okay.
He's near Augusta. Oh, is he near Augusta?
I don't know. I don't think. No, I don't think so. I think they're.
I gotta go there next week.
I think they're pretty close to. I want to say Columbia.
You know, I'm going to put it like this, guys, and I'm going to tell you like Forrest Gump would tell you. I'm not a smart man, but I do know what running is.
You gotta quit.
Have you guys? I mean,
are
we looking to have maybe Barnes in the backfield and have Sawchuk in the slot to try and do something different?
It couldn't.
I wish they would.
Wish they would.
Here's what I want to see, and I'll just tell you this. Just go back to real simple. Go back to real simple. If you got 5 plays, 5 base plays, and then build from there.
Yeah.
Simple. 3 running plays, couple of pass plays that you can run, because a lot of those routes anyway are. If you're looking at the air raid, it's a lot of verts, the mesh routes, things like. But it's simple. Make it simple. Run off of that 5. You can you can run it out of different looks, but if you need to get these guys, the young guys, really good at those 5 to 10 plays, man. Don't run anything else, and just run it out of different looks. Put emotion on it.
Yeah.
Roll them out of the damn pocket. You know what? That's a way to get a quarterback especially when he's good on his feet. Man, think about it. Baker was always at his best doing what? Rolling out of the pocket.
Rolling out of the pocket.
Yeah.
On the move.
Mm-hmm.
When he was in Cleveland, they were trying to stick his ass behind that big ass line of his. Stay in the pocket. Stay in the pocket. Why do you want Baker to stay in the damn pocket? What the hell's the matter with you guys?
Exactly.
Well, like I was saying earlier, we have not seen any I formation.
Nope.
Fake 44 dive, bootleg back to the backside, hit bow sharp in the flat on a zig route. Open all day. It's we are so predictable right now because no defense is feeling threatened because our receivers are hurt. So we have to make them overthink, make them guess what we're going to do. And calling offense is the easiest thing to do because you know what you're going to do, but the defense doesn't.
Right.
So I just don't get it, man. Like I said, you have too much talent on that offense, even with guys being hurt. You have too much talent to not even freaking score a touchdown. Shit.
Yeah.
All right. Just are you ready with this?
Hey, yeah, as soon as you are, man, just let me know.
Yeah, I gotta see this shit, boy. This gonna crack me up, man.
Dear baby 8-pound, 11-ounce Jesus, please look out for Mike Gundy, because even his farm animals know how dumb it is to not make any mid-season moves. And although Mike Gundy is definitely not dumb, after this most recent interview, it does look like we should at least be somewhat concerned about a concussion.
I couldn't stop, dude. I was dying yesterday.
Dude, a farm animal gave him a concussion.
And who's to say how real it even is? Because I was pretty sure I saw he did his regular podcast thing that he did yesterday, and he didn't look like he had a swelled up eye or anything like that to me. It was just too much, man.
That shit was funny, man.
He's so full of shit, though.
Oh my God.
Come on, man. At some point, what? But you know what? It's their own fault there. They really believed that they were going to just walk in, and now that Oklahoma and Texas are gone, they were just going to run the Big 12. It's theirs now. Shit, you don't ever win it. I mean, they went into the Big 12 championship game a few years ago against Baylor, got their ass beat. Lost by 6 inches. Along with your 4 turnovers, you lost by 6 inches.
No one wants to say that, Jason. I'm glad you said that. Damn the 6 inches. You had 4 freaking turnovers in that game.
They're throwing it in every tight window that wasn't there, Oh, it was the dumbest thing I'd ever seen.
Thank you, South Texas. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
That Dr. Pepper height train he was on.
Hey.
I've been trying to come up with some kind of video that I wish I was as good as that Matt dude from the SEC Shorts guy. He's hilarious, man. The big guy.
I love this one. Hell, run the I. Coaches today probably don't remember how to defend it.
Probably not. I mean,
You
But
don't.
the thing is that look, what you need to do is go back to what they know, and the base. There's nobody that's here at Oklahoma as far as skill guys that doesn't know some element of the damn spread air raid system. Look, there's the reason that we've talked about, and you know how I've been about this, is the reason that Mike Leach damn sure deserves to be a Hall of Famer is because that man, and along with, obviously it's the brain trust of what's his name? Shit. Who was it? He was at Kentucky for all those years. Shit.
I can't remember, Jason.
Somebody say it. Come on. He's the starter. But anyway, him and Coach Leach are the ones that they changed the game.
You mean Monk?
No, he ended up at New Mexico State for a while too. It's I don't know why it's on the tip of my tongue too, and it's just not there. Hal Mummy. Thank you, Jimmy.
Hal Mummy, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hal Mummy.
Yeah.
Crazy ass Hal Mummy. But Hal was great. He was a good coach. He just always got in his ass in trouble. But I tell you, I don't care about your win percentage, man, because they changed the game of football like nobody else.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Like nobody else. I mean, there hasn't been as significant a change from Pee-wee football all the way up to the pros now. It's all got elements of the air raid in it.
Mm-hmm.
All of it.
We talk about the veer and shoot and stuff, and that's they've been trying to marry the veer and shoot. That's what they called the bear raid, which came from Art Briles.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a distant cousin to the air raid, but RPO based distant cousin is what I always thought of it as. It's not the same damn thing, but whatever it is that your bases, look, that RPO inside run game, that inside zone, even though it sucks and never works, that's what you have to build it up. Hell, bring back the before I say this.
Don't bring the option.
No, I was about to say bring back the damn jet sweep, but you have to build off the jet sweep too.
Yeah.
Add in that little tight end pop pass with it, and to where you don't hand it off every once in a while and you throw deep on it, so where they have to get out of the box. That's what I never understood about Leb. I was like, why are you not doing anything else out of this? Throw something vertical into it.
If you run the jet sweep, please do it out of a 12 personnel.
Yeah.
So when they jump that damn route, the tight end over the middle running free, ain't nobody gonna touch him, because that end or that middle linebacker or that safety, his first responsibility is that jet sweep guy. And then when he moves out the way, the tight end should be chopping to just go straight up the field, and it's right there.
Yeah,
it's right there.
Well, me and Jason talked about this a couple of nights ago. Hell, we had a 2-hour conversation. But thank you, Charles. Crow flies high. I appreciate it, man. Much love to you too, brother.
Man, dude, love that guy.
But if you remember, in that 2000 national championship year, there were 3 plays that Mark Mangino had in his ass pocket at any given moment. Now, we call it the jet sweep. Back then, it was called the in or out. And they run it with Josh Norman and Antoine Savage.
Oh, when the quarterback just turns around and hand the ball to the guy running in jet sweep?
Yeah, it's jet sweep, but back then we called it the end around.
Yeah.
And then the shovel pass to Quentin Griffin, that was always successful, and the bubble screen to Quentin Griffin.
Why do we stop running that? Because who used to run that real well? Sterling Shepard. Sterling
Shepard.
Shep was the man at that.
Yeah.
But hold on. There's one more. Ryan Broyles.
Ryan Broyles
too.
Those 2 right there. Why don't we do that no more? When I see trips left, and the safety is 10 yards back, the free safety is 10 yards back, and the middle linebacker is cheating in to cover the flat, hit that shit. You got 3 on 2 on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting 9 yards or 10 yards all day, every day. This is what I'm saying about do things that make sense. And I don't know if he's giving Michael the the go ahead to change plays. But this is what I'll tell my quarterback to do. If you ever going to overrun a damn play I call, it better be a damn good one.
Mm-hmm.
It better be a damn good one. But I do give my quarterbacks the leeway that if you see something, you change it. But it better
Exactly.
be something that you see. It ain't just it don't be making that stuff up just because you want to run something different.
Exactly. Well, it was like last year, Coach, against BYU. Jackson Arnold called that audible because he didn't like what he seen and got the first down to seal the game to Jalil Farouk to win the game.
I mean, they were watching it in film, and they were talking about that was the play all week. You know.
Yeah.
Hey, all I can say, man, is that we have to get back to the basics. We're
Yeah.
trying to overthink shit, and these guys are making too much damn money to overthink things. Do the basic things to where Michael Hawkins don't have to think about so many progressions. Like
Right.
you just said, Mark Mangino had 3 plays in his back pocket. Michael Hawkins needs to have 3 plays, at least 2 in his back pocket to say, if shit goes sour or something goes wrong, these are what I'm going to run.
Mm-hmm.
And to answer somebody's question, no,
Stephen G,
Burks,
that is not
Burks is not back this week.
Is that your mother on the chat, Jason?
It is. So it's mom.
Hey,
Hey, real
Mom.
quick, Stephen G. That's not what you do. That's not what you do. First off, the thought of him coming back is a pipe dream. I don't care what he's saying to BV or whoever. I know that's what he was saying. And I apologize again to Kimberly K from the other day. I didn't mean to sound like I was disagreeing with what you were saying, that he said it.
Mm-hmm.
What I was getting at was that I don't think it matters what he says. He has a lot of incentive to play nice within the program right now because he's got a large NIL deal that if he leaves, he don't get the rest of it. And you never know. Plus, on top of that, and not to say anything bad about JFA because that's not what I'm doing. Also, look, you don't know. An injury can happen at any time, and he's right back in it. So it behooves him to play nice and not do the Spencer Rattler thing.
Yeah.
And do right by his teammates. And because, and also he's a team guy. So, but I would tell you that him coming back it's not going to happen. Now he may redshirt at the end of the year because he hadn't gotten in.
Yeah.
But as far as Casey goes, look, guys, one of the biggest issues that you've had, and if you talk about what Gabe Eicher was saying, he's been saying it all week, is that this offensive line, even at full strength, if that's what you want to call it, doesn't move people that well and isn't super athletic. So as far as like when they went to that sprint draw stuff that you got guys pulling, it's a bunch of new stuff, a lot of moving parts. It wasn't a great move. But even Michael didn't have time to get the ball off, and we hadn't seen him have that issue before.
Mm-mm.
You don't need slower dudes in case he's got 2 rebuilt knees.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I just don't see it. I don't see it. And I don't think none of these kids are here to redshirt. You're better off giving him the trial by fire in the SEC, going up against the best of the SEC the rest of the way.
Yep.
Than you are sitting his ass on the bench and saving him for next year. And again, that's not the right thing to do for that defense and those guys that came back there. You don't quit on this thing. That's how you lose recruits. I hate it. I'm not a fan of even thinking like that. And that's not what Oklahoma football teams do either. They don't give up on shit.
No.
And I don't want the full air raid back. I just want consistent play calling.
Yeah, that's what I want, Coach.
That's it. I mean, you can call it air raid, you can call it run raid, double raid, roach raid. I don't care what you call it, as long as it's consistent.
It's changed. Look, there's evolutions to it all the time, and Lincoln's evolution to it was to run downhill in it.
Yeah.
And you see what with Heupel, he's kind of learned in both of them because he was there with he was there at UCF with Scott Frost. There's another really good coordinator.
Mhm.
Wouldn't want him as a head coach, but I'd love to have him as a coordinator.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I mean, you know, the thing is the veer is tough. The veer and shoots a little. It's just different. But right now, I don't know. I don't know why we would. I don't think you ever expect, because here's the thing. Brent Venables can't afford to give up anything either. You got to try to win every game you can win on the way out.
Yes.
And if you really want this team, these young guys, to get better, you got to keep them playing. And it may need, you know, to steal from Sooner Cowboys at this point. Maybe you need to start bringing in guys like EPL and, you know, Isaiah, Autry Dent, Isaiah Autry Dent, guys like that. You know that he's been killing. Akinkumi, he's been hurt, so I don't know if he's healthy or not. But you know, and then you've got what's his name, Eugene Brooks, guy. You know, I mean, look, these guys are at some point you're probably going to have to do it. I really, really, really want to see me some Ivan Carry-On.
Me too.
6'6" target is never a bad thing.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you another one. Devon Mitchell would be a bad person to have it right around now either.
I think with them having both tight ends right now, I think they don't want to do that, which they should. They can still play him and still redshirt him because he hasn't played no games yet.
Censoring? I don't censor nobody. What are you talking about? Charles Crowfly, I am not censoring you, brother. You can say what you want. I'm just saying you don't save anybody.
No.
There's no point in it. It's just my opinion. You guys can say whatever you want. I'm just giving you my opinion, and I'm just telling you what I don't see happening, because you think Brent can afford to just mail it in for the rest of the year?
No. No. And he wouldn't do that anyway.
Hell no, he wouldn't.
No.
Can I ask you guys a question?
What's up?
Let's say we shit the bed this season. Just for sake of argument, Coach. I'm still with the negativity going on. I got to find some sunshine, and I say we're not going to crap the bed this year. But next year, let's say we throw a clunker like we did this year. Does Brent start being questioned and his seat get hot?
You think if they go and mail it in for the rest of the year, it's cold? Because I don't. I think it's hot already just from losing.
I think it is too. Now here's what I'm thinking, and this is my opinion only. That let's say we throw a clunker Saturday, and Seth's play calling is like it has been. If we lose Saturday and Seth ain't fired, we need to start questioning Joe C.
It's not on Joe C. Hey,
well, not Joe C.
Has full power to do everything. Joe C. doesn't really have any control over anything.
That's true. That's true, Jason. I apologize.
Venables. I mean, he can do that, but that's the only.
I'm not saying get rid of Venables, but some people need to be called on the carpet.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing: we have yet, and it's unfortunate, we have yet to see this team at full capacity. And it would be a travesty to make a decision about. Now, what I can say is the play calling has been terrible. That's regardless of personnel or whatsoever.
The game plan was so bad last week. It was not.
And Jason, I apologize about the Joe C. comment, brother.
No.
I
was just telling you that Joe C. doesn't, unless he's going to fire Brent. It's not him. You got to press him.
No, he don't. But you ain't gonna have to, because Brent gonna do it.
Yeah.
I have enough understanding and gumption to think that BV really does have the pulse of the team. And he wants to do what's right. And sometimes, man, I hate to say this, I'll tell you guys, and the hardest part of being a coach, man, is that thank God I never had to fire nobody, because the AD did that. But to have to fire somebody, man, that you brought in, that you gave a job to, somehow, some way, that's going to make you feel like this cluster fuck is my fault because I didn't take the time to go. Now, if BV would have went and found somebody new before Seth, and we had this problem, what would the concern in the saying be? Well, he had Seth, and he didn't even let him do it. You know, so I just think that sometimes, man, like Bob did, you have to go out and get somebody that's not affiliated with Oklahoma. Because they'll have a better overall respect, because you know how big Oklahoma is for a team, for a coach like, let's just say from UNLV, or let's just say from Liberty. You know how important it would be to come to Oklahoma and be an OC? You can walk into any kid's house with that OU on your shirt, and you'll get the red carpet treatment.
And I want to highlight real quick Jacob Frank and what he just said. Great recruiter and teacher doing so. That culture, though, they believe in that, and I believe more. Look, that's what I've said this earlier, and I think that there's people that are you're thinking ahead a lot, and I get it, man. We're impatient at this point as Oklahoma fans, and I'm not. I get it, man. I really do, and I would tell you that. I mean, we were talking about it Saturday night after the game. I'm on the way home, and we're like, man, for having 2 weeks, this is what you throw out there. And look, I would have understood it if he demoted him or whatever. And I get that he's not going to. I understand that. But where we were talking about was that, you know, you got to find a way to kind of breathe life into this offense. Well, I think just as easy as what we've been saying is just again, if you listen to, you got to listen to what Gabe Eichert's talking about. I mean, this is a guy that knows, and offensive linemen get it, man. They just get it. And one of the smartest dudes that you listen talking about what they need to do. And it's always like this. So think about this, Coach. We were talking about this before. You have your base plays and everything stacks off of that, right?
Yep.
Everything stacks off of that. So I mean, to hear Gabe Eichert say the inside zone was that they didn't run it at all, and he was like, what the fuck? And he hates the play. He thinks it's stupid that that's their big thing, but they've been doing it for 3 years. You know that you could do that, and they actually ran the ball pretty well last week and just didn't stick with it, you know? Oh man, no don't call him that.
Did you see Ryman Lemon's comment?
Yeah, I don't want the job, I'm good. but seriously, I would tell you that you could, if you stack these guys, you stack what you know, and just let's simplify it and get down to, let's start off with 5 plays this week. Run it out of a few different sets, a few different looks, go up to 10 next week, and make sure, I mean, run the shit so many times that they can't get it wrong.
Okay, Charles, you from my old stomping ground.
That's all what, you know, not to give it away, if you guys haven't watched Barry and Mac, and they've got one of their new In the Weeds videos that they were kind of going through some of that, and he makes you remember a lot of this stuff. He was talking about how Billy had made a mistake, and this is what Venables had to have been talking about, was when you have that long run that turned into the fumble at the end, but then they recovered it in the end zone, that Billy didn't keep his inside leverage as a safety, and that's why he crossed his face.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, I remember that. You know what I mean? Just, it's one of those deals that you want to try to get that. You want to try to have them be outside of you so that you get the middle of the field. Because if they keep that inside leverage, you can't go left or right. They're gonna get you. The tackle's gonna be. That's why he missed the tackle there. And it was just like, man, that makes sense. Made a lot of sense, right? But he keeps talking about, you know, you build off of that, you build off of that, you build off of that. No, you guys, come on, man. That's silly talk.
Look, regardless of if that's who Brent wants, Josie is not letting his ass come back.
You think Lincoln has the stones to ever come back to Norman?
No.
I tell you, he don't want to play the SEC at all. He ain't. ever going to step foot back in Norman, Oklahoma.
Hey, Sooner Cowboys, I got another question for you about that Lincoln deal. Howard Schnellenberger never came back to Norman after his clunker. He went his first year.
Oh, that sucker shouldn't have made it past day one, man. That was wild.
What he said when he got off the freaking airport off the airplane at the airport, we should have lynched him then. You remember that, Coach?
Yep.
When he said they're going to write books about me and they'll forget about Barry Switzer and Bud Wilkinson.
He wrote it in pencil.
Yeah.
So you can erase everything.
That's where I got my daddy saying drinking his own bathwater, because that's what my daddy said when they was interviewing. He said that's SOB is drinking his own bathwater.
Hey, Charles. Yeah, man, that'd be cool. I want to meet.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to meet all of y'all too, guys.
I was stationed in Fort Sill for like 6
God bless
years.
you.
It was,
God bless you.
It was like 100 days. Well, no, don't tell that lie. About 60 days. About 60 days, 3-digit. And the reason why I left Fort Sill, and this is no lie, it was snowing, it was raining, and it was sunny.
Yeah.
So, omen, get your ass out of Oklahoma.
I spent my Army time at Fort Benning.
Jump school.
Yep. I was with the 3rd of the 75th Rangers, so that's where our home was, and that's where, when I went to Korea, when I come down on levee to go back to the States, I said, thank God, finally going to leave Fort Benning and go somewhere else. Nope. Fort Benning, Georgia.
I was at headquarters and headquarters batteries, 212 Brigade. I was an officer, so I didn't do nothing. I drove around the colonel all day, so that was my job.
Jason's a vet too. Thank you for your service, Jason.
Thank you, hey, all three of us. All three of us on here doing the same thing, man.
Yeah. Hey, do what you got to do. Glad those days are over, though. Glad those days are over.
Me too.
If I was just smart, and done 6 more years, I'd have been good. I've been good. I got tired of getting my ass up every morning at 6 a.m, running 2 or 3 miles every single damn day, doing CQ all night. I mean,
oh my God,
I had a terrible base commander. He was a piece of shit. I'm sorry,
Jason. Here's another proposition I got for you guys, and I was thinking about this today. We keep talking about Brennan Marion at UNLV.
I like Brennan.
I do too. If I'm who's ever in charge of finding these people, I would be approaching Brennan Marion at the end of the season with an open checkbook and say, name your price.
No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't?
Don't get mad at me, Jason. Don't backhand me. I saw you. Okay, you saluting.
No, we're not. We're not.
You don't backsnap me.
Crow.
He's saluting.
4 times to Iraq and one in Afghanistan.
Let me see.
In those places.
Let me see. Where is it at? There it is.
My man.
There we go.
Yeah.
Man,
thank you for your service, Charles. Crow flies high.
Absolutely.
I did Desert Storm, and then that was it. And then I came back, and that was it for me.
I did Desert Shield, Desert Storm, and Somalia.
Oof.
Excuse me.
I was a little after that. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and that Somalia was very hairy. That's all I'm going to say about that.
So Marion,
hey man, this guy could freaking knock a hair off of your mole, man, from 1,000 yards away.
Mike. You know what I was good at? I wasn't really good at marksmanship, but I was damn good at hand-to-hand combat. And he was like, how come a country boy from Sparrow, Oklahoma can't shoot a damn gun, but you can you can fight with those two hands of yours.
Hey,
He said,
that
A
works too.
Spyro is a fighting pound.
hey, boy, look, don't get me started on that.
That's why they give us automatic weapons. Not everybody's a sniper, man. They give you an automatic weapon, so you ain't got to be that accurate.
Let me tell you something. When I'd go down to Granny and Pawpaw's in the summertime down at Clayton, when we'd go to Spyro, I was pretty ornery back in them days. But when we went to Spyro, I was a good boy. I didn't pop my little mouth.
You can't come to Spyro talking that crazy stuff.
You don't want to talk ish in Spyro.
Because Jason, check this out. There might be, let's say, 2,000 people in Spyro. Probably 1,500 of them are cousins. So when you fight one,
you fight them all.
You got to fight everybody.
Well,
so
hell, half
so they always say, "Don't cross that bridge."
Are bad dudes, man. You Rangers are bad dudes, though.
Hey, my one of my best friend, man, he's a ranger out in Fort Liberty. That used to be called Fort Bragg. And man, he's a major.
Fort Bragg. Scary spot around Fort Bragg, man.
Huh?
Sketchy around Fort Bragg, man.
Oh yeah, Fayetteville. Oh yeah.
Fade on.
Hey, but he's there, and he was like, man, it's changed so much now because everything now is more. They try to handle it peacefully, and they want to, all this, do it at the executive, to where now all the Delta guys and all the Marines and all the Berets and everything, they were like, hey, we ready to go. Shit, let's go.
Let's go kick some ass.
But they don't want to do it no more, man. So, I mean, things have changed. So, but back on my point, I don't want to get too lost. You guys like Marion.
Yeah.
I like Scott Frost.
He's not my number one, right? He's not my number
I like Scott Frost too, Coach.
I really do. My number one's Tim Beck right now.
I like Tim Beck too. But the reason why I like Scott Frost, because you'll have a quarterbacks coach and you'll have an OC.
Yep.
And who was the best at Nebraska other than Eric Crouch? So I think Scott Frost and everything. And with them being a blue blood, I think that they might get him. But I wouldn't be. Tim Beck, I think he has something to prove.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Beck has been great. He was great at New Mexico State. He's been great at Vanderbilt, and he's not married to any system necessarily. But Jesse's talking about Brennan Marion. Feels like back in the day with Leach, just kickstart the offense. And I don't necessarily disagree with that. I like Brennan, and I think that Brennan. I don't know how long you get to keep Brennan around.
Yeah, he'd be like a one and done and be a head coach.
Maybe
somewhere.
not a one and done, but it wouldn't probably take long, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know who's not going nowhere. Zach Alley ain't going nowhere.
Mm-mm.
He loved Brent too much. He loved Brent too much.
Dude, I think he gets a head coaching job before too long too. He's young, he's dynamic, the players love him.
He's gonna do what Brent did. He's not gonna leave unless it's the right situation.
Well, you don't think the right situation will come along quick for a guy like that when he's immediately stepping in and doing very, very well? And he did very well with Rich Rod at Jacksonville State. Before that at Monroe, and then he was the special teams coordinator at Boise State. For as young as he is,
true,
he's got a hell of a resume today.
I just think that he loves Brent too much to go, and I think that he wants to follow him in BV's footsteps so bad. I don't see none of these guys really leaving on defense. Do you guys? Do you guys see anybody on defense leaving?
No, I don't. Other than the ones that are.
Zach. I think Zach. Maybe you get to keep him for 4 or 5 years, maybe, but I don't know. I think it depends on. Well, I think it depends on what happens here in the next year or two, because I'll tell you this, they've got to figure the offensive side out. We know they've got the defensive side, but right now it feels like they traded one
for the other.
One for the other, and it just, a liability. And to the point, like, Hey, man, you know what I said all off season and even early into the season was I wasn't worried about the OU offense. Well, I'm worried about the OU offense. It's concerning.
Me too, Jason.
I don't think that it's the end of the world. I think it can be fixed. But here's my one thing that I would say. This is the only thing that I'm going to say about BV is that I want to see him get away from the defense and let his guys handle that. Because what they need from you is for you to take that, how focused and how, very, it's meticulous. And I mean, the game plan is very focused on defense. You need to focus it on the other side too. Get over there and apply what you do as a coordinator, and let's build some plays that will work against this defense at South Carolina. Because hey, newsflash, they're really, really good on the D line, and they're deep on the D line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Richard, you crazy, man.
Richard is crazy. I loved it. He said what he just said. Yeah.
They asked an Air Force vet if he was jealous because of our
if I
Army
could
and
fly that
Navy.
F-22 there, I wouldn't do anything else, man.
I fly jets.
Oh, brother.
Well, see, my
great gig.
My stepdad, man, he was upset when I went to the Army because he was in the Air Force.
Yeah.
And he was Master Chief, and he was like, "What the hell you doing going to the Army?"
Chief Master Sergeant?
Master Chief.
In the Air Force is the Chief Master Sergeant.
Yeah. So he was upset that I went to the Army.
Yeah, I'm sure he was.
But I went in.
What are you doing, grunting?
Well, I was told that I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And that's why I did it. I was told that I wasn't going to do it. I was going to wash out, that I was going to be ate up, that I was going to do all this. I went in there and I was platoon sergeant in basic. I was platoon guide and sergeant in AIT, and then went to West Point and everything, and then came out and then was stationed in Fort Bragg for a while, Fort Benning, Georgia, then Fort Sill, then funky ass Fort Hood. Fort Hood, Texas. That's where it's hot at. That's where it's hot at. Oh my, talking about a dry heat. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, but I think Zach's going to stay. I think I already know that nobody else from Clemson, they're not going to leave. Bates, he ain't going nowhere.
What about Jay Valai?
No, I think Jay Valai's happy. I think Brandon Hall's happy. I think they're all happy.
Yeah.
I like B. Hall and Jay Valai.
B. Hall is an alumni. He ain't going nowhere.
They're not going anywhere.
And but you gotta look at their families, man. They family, they have young kids. So they're not gonna want to.
That's what they've been talking about a lot too, is that they look, a lot of what you're seeing here, they're all like, you look at Chavis, when they took him under his wing, he found God while he was there at Clemson. You know what I mean? And this is all of them. Hey, man,
I love me some.
They're doing right now there, right? Everything that they're doing right now there, the soul mission and all that kind of stuff. They're all in it together on this stuff, man. There's nobody that doesn't fit into that part of it, and that includes Seth and Joe John and everybody else we're trying to dump out of here right now.
I think that we do need to get rid of some of the offensive coaches that's been there.
Yeah,
but I think that Coach B, he ain't going nowhere. BB, he ain't going nowhere.
No,
I don't see.
I can see going back to Bama at some point, but I think it'll be when he's going to go back as a coordinator or whatever like that, and get to. It's Alabama, man. That's where he went to school. It's where he.
I got a funny question.
Okay.
Now that Nick Saban's gone, who's going to be the next rehab program for rehabilitating shitty coaches?
Well, it has to be one of these guys that's going to have to replace him. And right now, it looks like I don't know. Georgia's probably the next one on that list, or either that or Dabo, because you lose these guys. You start losing these guys. This is when you find out how really good Kirby Smart is, right? because now he's starting to have to go through what Saban was going through and having to replace coaches. You know,
Exactly.
the rehab program wasn't just because he was being a nice guy.
No,
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It wasn't just that. It was because he needed good coaches and they had lost their jobs. And I mean, hey, you get a chance to go win there. And, I tell you, you think about guys like Mike Locksley. I mean, you think, well, what has he done? Well, Maryland is usually pretty trash until Mike Locksley got there.
Yeah.
They win a lot more football games than they used to. And it's not a place that they're going to fire you tomorrow either.
No.
But a lot of those guys, Charles.
Dude, Charles, funny man. Charles,
don't be. Yeah. We said that before the military, though, right? Yeah, just don't be a pussy. Pretty much.
But
look, I just think that in the end, I love where they're at, but I don't think that you can approach this thing as if you have a lot of time.
Yeah,
because I don't know that you do. And I mean, think about this. We're talking about a fan base that expects right now.
Yeah.
And for better or worse, this is what makes the fan base great. It's what makes Oklahoma great, is because the standard is the standard. And I think that it also hurts a little bit, because for better or worse, those recruits and their families, they see that shit.
Yeah.
They see that shit. And I mean, some people can't handle it. Some people will never be able to handle it. It's the same at other places. By the way, Alabama is no different.
No.
Right now, they're acting the same way at Georgia, and they've lost one football game. And to the team that they always lose to, Bama.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying that it's only at OU. I'm just saying it's wild. But
everywhere.
Some people, I think you have to realize that you can flip. I don't think it's as big a turnaround as what we think it may be. And they're going to go and get somebody that fits. The hope is that they could get back to square one. And, for the sake of Seth, I'd love to see him flip it around. I don't know that I believe in it, but I'd love to see him do it. A lot of those, we're not thinking about these injuries and the fact that these kids are having to develop quicker than you expected them to.
Yeah.
But if I have a big problem with any of the coaching staff, to me right now, my biggest problem on this offensive coaching staff is probably DeMarco.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to be real.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, aside from Taylor Tatum, who doesn't always appear to know what he's doing when he's out there but he's brand new as well. But I got to say, which one of these guys is a Oklahoma running back? We don't know about Caleb Hicks because we will never see him.
No.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know about, X-Rob. I think he's going to be real good, but we don't ever see him either.
No.
And the thing is I don't know why they went and got Sam, because that guy put up 1,500 yards last year at Middle Tennessee or wherever he was at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's never on the field either, and I don't get that. Tawi, he never kept him in the game last year. Now he's killing it at freaking Wisconsin. 8 touchdowns in the last 3 weeks. Fuck is going on?
I love Rhyme and Lemon.
Charlie Foxtrot.
Charlie Foxtrot.
It's crazy as hell. Man, we got these military on lock tonight, man. Everybody is. All the veterans coming out and just saying, fuck it, we just gonna talk crazy tonight. I love it, man. I love it.
Turn my hat around backwards for this one.
Hey, we got Coach Ricks is 5 subs away from 100 from his first hundo.
I'm gonna get that, man.
Oh yeah, you're going to
make sure y'all jump over to.
I love it.
At Coach Ricks. Just put in at Coach Ricks. Go to his channel. It's in there in the comments as well. Go to Coach Ricks's channel. Make sure that you get in there and sub.
Also, let's get Jason to his 4,000 subs.
25 away on that one, bro.
Let's get Jason up there too. Big dog.
I appreciate it. It'd be nice. It would be nice. We're 25 away, man. I was hoping we'd hit it a little earlier, but I'm happy whenever we get there. And I just appreciate everybody that always follows us and shows up when we turn on the button, man. It's always fun, man. Always have a blast.
Man, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
I'm trying to push your channel too, Coach Rich.
Oh man, like I said, we're gonna have you on here a lot more often, man. Because I told my wife I want to start something at least once a week to where it's us three. I don't care if it's 30 minutes, just to do something to make it. I don't want to create another channel. I just want to either Jason's or either yours from the legend. It don't matter. Just to jump on one time a week and just do something there. Because like I said, there's only so many guys that I like to jump on. Jason's one and everything. Yours is one. There's another guy that I jump on his here in Charlotte. And I don't get on that much, man, because I don't want to be on here every single day, but I do want to bring some. Hold on. That's crazy as hell, boy. Hold on. You do.
Hey, man, y'all don't forget that Kimberly K's in the chat. All right.
I know. Yeah. Y'all better keep it PG, man.
Keep it PG. The first lady's in the chat now.
You put up with quite a bit, Kimberly K can. Yeah. But let's not take it too far.
Hey, I like this one. Hit the like button, or you will have to sing the Missouri fight song. It won't be much. It won't be much.
I got a question for you. You guys think that Missouri wins that game against Auburn this week? It feels like a touchy game for Mizzou.
I think Auburn's going to win, man. I think Auburn is in the right position to win with that running back. Missouri cannot stop a running back. And I think Auburn has doubly the best running back in the SEC.
They don't give him the damn football, though.
They don't give him the ball enough. Feed his ass, man. I mean, damn. I mean, but I don't think Missouri. I think Missouri finally got figured out by Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jason.
I didn't say nothing. Why am I bad?
He said y'all are bad. Hey, I'm keeping it PG-13.
Well aware of how I am, but well aware.
Well, yeah. There you go, Charles. Auburn all the way. Yeah.
I think they can. And it feels like, man, I didn't love the way when it comes to Missouri, I didn't love the way that it felt like they quit in that game against A&M, man. Like,
yeah.
And for all that shit you talk, you can't do that.
Where's the game?
Whenever it's just getting tough, you know?
Is it in Missouri or is it in
It was at A&M, but I mean, they'd started all that stuff about the blanket and all that, so they were acting like that the DB sent it.
Oh no, I'm talking about
the Auburn
Missouri
game
and Auburn.
Yes, it's in Columbia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's in Columbia.
They'll lose.
I agree with Jason on that blanket deal. I think that was a drink kind of thing.
I've heard that. I think Shear was saying that wasn't real.
Hey, Ryman, you're on fire tonight.
Why are you taking shots at me there, Ryman? Firing shots at me, man.
Lay the parade line in the rain.
The parade line in the rain.
Of all people.
God, dog.
Missouri wins big, Jacob Frank says. So we got one for Missouri.
What?
Yeah, that won the DB. Richard said that won the DB. No. Well, it just seemed a little. I mean, you get to thinking about it. I don't remember who was saying it. It was like, no way. Think about it. You're not gonna know what room that kid's in.
Yeah.
Or any of that kind of stuff, whether it's Theo or I mean, if anybody's gonna know anybody's room, it ain't gonna be Luther Burden or Theo Weiss.
Exactly.
You know?
Charles, I can't put that up there, man. I'm sorry. I can't put that up there. I can't put that up there. I'll get I think my wife is in the room. I
He
can't put
said,
that up
"Don't
there.
censor him" earlier. He was telling me I was censoring, so I
No,
ain't saying nothing.
we can't put that up there.
They ain't firing yet, and still 5-1. Hey, look, well, we know what kind of schedule they played too. There, Rich, but look, the problem with them, though, I'm telling you, you just saw a different look on their face when it started going the other way, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm saying they're finally getting to the meat and potatoes of their schedule.
Yeah.
So they're gonna start taking some L's and everything. And
Well,
it's just that they're playing.
they've got Bama this year, but they don't have to play. The blanket killed them. Yeah, I think
Let me
that
see.
backfired on them, right?
Let me see. Let me see.
Because Theo came walking into the damn stadium wearing the thing.
Uh-huh.
Weird. It was so weird. And not sure OU's issue is the OC. Seems to me the recruiting is way down. It's not true. That's not true, C. John. They've recruited in the top 10. He's recruited better than Lincoln every year since he's been there. They were 8th last year, 4th the year before that, and 8th the year before that. They're recruiting in the same area as what Texas is recruiting in. It's not that. Look, injuries have a lot to do with it. But right now, I don't think it's necessarily just the OC either. I think injuries did not help any of this, but I think that you stop getting passes being injuries. How do you say it's player development when it's injuries, though? I don't. Because you got to look at the receivers from last year. You had a bunch of guys that were contributing. You're going to tell me Jaden Gibson wasn't being developed because he went from not being able to catch a cold to the biggest dog in that receiver room. They lost him before the season ever started.
Right.
We haven't seen Nick Anderson. He had 37 catches a year ago, 10 of them for touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of those 50-50 guys that you're not going to win the 50-50 battle with a guy like that.
Jaleel Farouk.
Jaleel has been he's gotten better every year.
Yeah.
Yes, they look, man. When it comes to the receiving corps, that shouldn't be what we're worried about aside from the injuries. You got to go through that, and that's just where it is.
Mm-hmm.
Is there some kind of division in the locker room? I don't feel like there necessarily is. I could understand if it was. If you want to throw that super chat up there. Thank you, Mr. Dilligaff. Does anyone think that there could be a division in the locker room because of the offensive woes? I've been in those situations. It was super passive aggressive. Look, I think things do fester like that. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. It can get that way.
Mm-hmm.
If it was Lincoln still there, I would say definitely.
Oh, for sure.
But I think you have great coaching.
Well, and on top of that, you got a little bit of, it's a competition between sides of the ball too. I mean, let's not get the best football teams. They love each other, but they don't always like each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're battling, and I don't know, man. I also think that they're all in it together, and they want to be great for each other. And I believe that the offense. They should love the hell out of this defense. So I don't think it's going one way. I think if it is, it's one way. But I also think that your leadership on the defense isn't the type to be passive aggressive. They'll say what they want to say.
Right.
But listen, what did we hear from Danny Stutzman this week? We're 4-2, not 2-4.
Yeah. And also they had a team meeting. And they had a team meeting of players on their own.
Think about that.
Yeah.
That's not so they can go in there. This is not the kid that's going to go in there and throw the offensive guys under the bus. You didn't hear them doing that crap after the Red River. And since when do you hear Billy Bowman? Billy Bowman doesn't sugarcoat shit.
No.
He says what he thinks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Missouri gonna have at least 4 more losses. At least 4 more.
Recruiting so high, then why does Sexton and Taylor suck? They've been injured. Ozeta and Howland, they're redshirt freshmen.
Troy Everett's been hurt.
Injuries is what I mean. That's what I'm saying, man. You don't know what this team really.
Injuries, man. Unprecedented injuries.
They were laughing about that on College Game Day, to where they had 11 guys out, and they've not had a single lineup be consistent for 2 weeks or more. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know football the way I think I know football.
Look, sometimes it could be easy. I mean, I'm not telling you that I love their offensive coordinator situation. I think if you're doing 2, you're not doing. And if I really hate what they're doing, it's because it's hard to take up for anything after that. It's hard to take up for them whenever that was the game plan they came up with 2 weeks to do it. Now, aside from that, I would tell you that it's really, I'm trying to get back on the right side of my own, temper flare-ups kind of stuff with this thing, because I love it as much as you guys do.
Yeah.
But I'll say that sometimes you don't have to overthink it.
Yep.
Injuries turned into what this is. And look, guys, which person in here thought that these guys couldn't play before the season? Because you know better than that. That's not the case.
Yeah.
They're good. Hey, listen, I'll tell you this. Coach Dent, Isaiah Autry-Dent's dad, he's been on the show with us. He's always, we've been talking a lot the last few days. He came on with me and Big Mike Boganowski. And he'll tell you that, wait, the 24K class is still going to be that.
Oh, yeah.
And think about that. Think about it for just a second. You've got a bunch of freshmen that are making contributions this year, and we're expecting them to be all playing like 4th-year seniors, 5th-year seniors. Come on now.
No.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you got one guy. If it's one thing if you got a few. There's a bunch of guys that are having to make contributions.
Yeah.
And guess what? Eli Bowen, another 3-star, that he was the best guy on the field on defense last week.
Stud.
Straight up stud.
Stud.
He wasn't a 5-star. He's a 3-star. Michael Boganowski Jr. Think about Mike Boganowski. Man, this guy, Teddy Lehman called him the best safety he's ever seen at Oklahoma. And he played with Roy.
Mike Boganowski.
He's a missile. Man. That is a huge statement.
He's a missile waiting to happen.
Oh.
And I'm not saying this because Big Mike's on my show.
Shit.
I'm not saying this because Big Mike's on our Mike and Mike on Mondays, but I love Boganowski Jr.
Man. Senior, they're awesome people, man.
When he pancaked that big 300-pound Auburn lineman,
another one of those freshman guys that will make a big impact. Why are they not playing a ton? Well, because you've got really good safeties, 3 really good safeties that are playing great still. Peyton Bowen's doing his thing. He's just quietly doing it. He makes a lot of plays, and it's almost to the point where it's just what you expect out of Peyton. RSJ has been unbelievably good. And Billy, I mean, he's over there taking on the big dudes and making big hits. It's really good.
That damn Charles or something else, boy.
Yeah, he is. What do you say now? What you got?
I'm single, coach. I understand you got to get that.
Hey, man. I'm single. I get it. I think it will get. Look, think about that, guys. And that's why aren't we seeing those guys? Well, probably because they are saving them a little bit. I don't know what we're saving them for. I mean, a rainy day is here. So,
yeah.
Think about it like this, guys. The schedule flips next year. And not to say that this year the schedule isn't or wasn't winnable. It's just that next year we're going to have pretty much, I'm not going to say an easier path, but not a harder path like this year. Let me see.
I don't disagree with what Jimmy says right here. I think Jimmy, you were onto something there. Me and Legend were talking about that yesterday.
Yep,
he can play corner anytime.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I always go back to the spring game last year when he's running step for step with Andrell Anthony, one of the fastest guys in the country, gets his head around and makes the pick on a perfectly thrown ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Schedule
Oh,
stays the same next
stays
year.
the same.
It gets harder for Oklahoma. Yeah, because well, not necessarily harder.
It won't
but
get. I mean, it won't. I mean, you're
no
playing
LSU on the road. No, but you get Bama on the road. You got to
Bama
go
on
to
the road.
Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, we got to go to Brant.
Bama is the hardest when you on
You
the
got to
road.
go to. You got to go to
Tennessee.
Willie B. You got to go to the Willie B next year, and that's a hard place to play. I don't give a shit who you are. South Carolina makes it hard there.
Oh yeah, I'll be at that one. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. And then, but you'll get Ole Miss and LSU at the Palace.
Mm-hmm.
We go to Rocky
on the road to Tennessee.
You go to Tennessee and you go to Alabama and you go to South Carolina. Yeah.
The non-con, don't they have Michigan next year in the non-con?
Yeah, we do. The second or third game, we got Michigan.
Yeah.
But we got them at the Palace.
Next year's at the Palace?
Yeah, next year at the Palace.
Yeah. And we got Missouri at home. That'll be a good one.
We got Missouri at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Dilly, the thing about that is, why are we doing that instead of putting in a guy like 6'6" Ivan Carry on?
I think we need you, man. I think we need you.
And look, I think Jacoby Johnson might be the best athlete on the team, or right up there with them.
I'm going to say this as a joke, but it does make sense. I wish the prison guards in maximum security prisons that have prisoners that are, not convicted hardcore, give them a day furlough once a year to let them play college football.
Man, you would have the bad news bears. you would have. I mean, hey, you can't do that. You know how terrified some of the players would be.
That Adam Sandler movie,
the longest yard.
Yeah,
you would have terrified kids playing grown men. Man, that'd be terrifying, man.
Well, there are 18-year-old kids in prison, Coach.
Yeah, I think it is a tougher. It may be a little tougher schedule, but I don't know, man. Anytime you got to go on the road to the Grove, to Auburn in the same year, and to LSU, and then Missouri's been playing really well at home the last few years. Yeah, I do believe that they've talked themselves right into an ass whipping in that game.
Yeah,
that's one thing. You better not give up on that one. No. You can't give up. Then this is the thing. This is Oklahoma.
This is.
No matter how bad it is, you got to find a way. You don't quit on nothing. And the coaching staff can't afford to. You just can't afford to, man. Got to get tough.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Graham. Look, there's help coming along. And look, there's guys coming in this next recruiting class, but the 24-karat class, think about this. Stoney's another year in. You're going to probably see an awful lot more of guys like, hey, think about this. That on that power line is going to be a lot of guys on the power line there.
Dude, Danny
Okoye, and Nigel Smith,
it's going to be some,
bro.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. It's still not over. We still have a lot to play for. If we can just get some consistent play calling and get some receivers back, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll be back to where we thought we were going to be, but not having the receivers damn.
That's hurting.
It is hard, but it's also, you can look at it as a silver lining though, because these guys better be battle tested by now. Yeah. This time next year. This is how you get. Yeah. You need reps to develop. It's hard to get reps. And unless you're the guy. So you got to make good on your opportunities. I think that I'd love to see them use these tight ends more, but I'd really like to see Devon Mitchell. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
They say he was practice team player of the week a couple of weeks ago or whatever. Well, shit, get him in the game. He's 6'5".
Yeah.
Looks like Jermaine Gresham to me. Come on.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Let's see it. Again, what are we missing out on? Much better than Williams. Yes. You're right, Jesse. That boy.
Yeah. Now I will tell y'all this about that 24K class. And I told Jason last night, I watched him 2 games this year out of Weatherford, Oklahoma. CJ Nixon. This dude is all of that and a bag of potato chips with a sandwich.
And they're adding more to that next year, man. They're adding more. Think about the running back you got coming in next year to pair with Taylor Tatum. Think about that receiving core. That's look. We were talking about if they do have to make a change at coordinator, and they do have to switch, give this order. Hey, who wouldn't want to come and coach this team?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to come and coach these kids? With any of the quarterbacks in the room. Think about it. You got Sperry coming in here next year too with him.
Yeah, got Sperry coming in. Cortland Guillory.
That guy can rip it, man. Rip it.
I seen him when he was at Carl Albert.
Yeah. Well, Brent came in and did exactly what he said he was going to do. He to me, he made Oklahoma more whole than Lincoln did. Lincoln only had one side that was real good. If we can just get the play, all that we're missing right now, honestly, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Only thing that we're missing right now is an OC hire.
Well,
a great
that's all we're missing that on.
This is on this. That's what I was saying. It's on BV though. On that one, you made that choice, and now I think that's the next step for Brent Venables. Is that look? It's a learning curve. It's a learning curve to be a head coach. You went from being a coordinator to a head coach. Think about that.
Yeah.
But you have to. I know you're probably tired of hearing this one, but I've said it, man. When you become the head chef, you don't get to blame anybody else whenever the dessert gives somebody food poisoning in your restaurant. Yep. It's on you. Whether you made the dessert or not, it's your ass. Yeah. So get in there and get your hands in it too. Because there's something that a guy with as much knowledge as BV does about his defenses, he knows what's going to work and how it would work. Get in there, man, and take control. I think that's his next steps, and we got to see that from him. And I think that's the questions that you have about him is, does he have control of the whole ship?
Yeah,
we need to see it, man. We need to see it.
I agree, brother.
Yep. Well, hey guys, I'm about to get up out here, man. We've been going for 2 hours, and it is 9 minutes before midnight my time.
Woo! Man, that was fast.
Hey man, it's fun when you have fun with your boys.
Oh yeah,
time goes by real fast. And
that's why I say hours. I'll be back in a few hours. 8:15 in the morning, 10:15 Eastern time in the morning for Rise and Shine college football.
Boy, you dedicated. I'll be in the budget meeting by that time. Be in the budget meeting. But thank you guys, man, for jumping on, man, helping me do this podcast, man. I really appreciate it.
Coach,
Sooner Legend, man, I'm definitely going to save your email now, man, because I need to, I'm going to send you some things sometimes, and like I send Jason. But Jason, I'll try to jump on tomorrow with you, man, if I can, if I'm out of that meeting.
Yeah, okay. That'll work.
Somebody said, Jason, did you get my picks?
Yep. I was just looking at them right now. We'll talk about them in the morning, so make sure that you're in there as well. I'll have Legend on with me. I need to get a hold of Rooster. I was trying to get Stat to come on. I know he'll be watching, but we'll try to get old Rooster from he's a South Carolina guy too. Know that he's funny, man. I know a lot of Oklahoma fans got on his ass early in the year, but man, we need to talk a little bit about that. They've got a nice football team. I'm gonna tell you that on that defensive side, which is not gonna be a walkover. They're gonna have to go. What they need to do is they got to make sure that they make them play beamer ball, which is turn the football over. That's what they do. So
yep. Hey,
all
Coach,
right,
can I give
me on, my man? Appreciate you.
Yeah. Can I give a quick shout out?
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
Thanks to all of my subscribers, we just hit 525 on this live chat.
Boom.
So
that's what I'm talking about.
Now,
spread the love.
Now, can my people, the same that y'all should, most of y'all are Jason's people in my subs, do the same for Coach Rick.
I appreciate it.
Him.
I appreciate it. Much love.
Let's get him up.
23 away here on my side too, man.
4,000. 4,000.
3 away.
And then at 4K, at 4 karat gold.
Man, it'll be awesome stuff. It's cool, man. We've been doing this we've been just over 2 years. So we were averaging about 500 About 1,000 every 6 months. So,
and I started in January.
That's good, man. See, in January, and you're already at 500. That's what I'm talking about. I've been going about 2 months, 2.5 months. So I'm
You're
almost
going
there.
about the same. You're going about the same pace I was, Coach. Because when I started, I mean, it was like it didn't take me. Bam. Don't drink that water.
just caught Ramen Lemon's ass talking that shit. Had to get him. It was just a minute long, but he had to catch that. He'd been asking for it, begging for it.
The
Well,
Coach,
man,
you've got an awesome show.
hey man, I did my emails and my letters earlier, man, and like I said, man, that meant a lot to me. There's some good stuff in there, man, to where my team is going to be noticed and given an award at the Inner City Society Committee coming up here next week and everything. So I'll have me a little award somewhere behind me, somewhere put up. So I'll make sure I let everybody see that when we get it.
All right.
Oh, Jim, look, boy, y'all are crazy, boy.
I will tell.
What you did hanging around with us, man. You got all the wild dudes that are hanging around.
I don't mind the wild one.
I'll when I finally can start marketing merch on my channel, I will have some of my euphemisms on drinking your own bathwater.
Yeah.
Being weaned on a sour pickle.
Before you need to. We'll talk in a little while. I'll help you with that stuff too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my wife, she's already ready. She already got her little cricket and thing ready.
Alrighty.
She already makes me shirts as it is because I love
it, man.
I threw away all my
get you guys on
stuff.
Fourth wall. We got to get you on fourth wall.
Okay.
Fourth wall. It's easy. It even makes a little website for you. Perfect. Easy stuff.
Yeah.
Coach Ricks, thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate
no problem, man. Hey,
yeah,
you guys,
thanks
man,
for
are
having me
awesome,
on,
man.
Coach.
Horns down and the middle finger up in between. All right, man. I'll see you guys later, man.
The brand has finally returned. Fuck your brand.
Y'all have a good
Take care, fellas. Take care, babe.
Later.
All right.
Take care, buddy.